don't know if you can see this little button I'm wearing. It says "Impeach Nixon." It's Agnew too, if we can do it. Either way. The media's been saying for some time that the movement is dead, that there's no more anti-war marches, and therefore the movement's dead. I think if ever there was an issue to revive some stagnant minds, I think Nixon is providing it. And the media for a long time has been engaged in a kind of a thought control and trying to keep people quiet, and until Nixon started to get so strong they got frightened enough to want to get rid of the man. He's, after all, the man is judged by the company he keeps. Especially when he appoints his company as the Attorney General, his best friend, John Mitchell, his Attorney General, his law partner, his campaign manager, caught now publicly admitting that he was discussing breaking the law. Quite obvious to all that he did in fact break the law. In any other country, the guy would have resigned out of a sense of honor or commitment or character. But America being what it is, Nixon being what he is, he's going to try to stay president of the corporation for as long as he can. It doesn't really matter that he personally ordered a break-in into the office of a psychiatrist. It doesn't really matter that it turns out he just, that mansion, the so-called Western White House, was paid for by a business pal. Nixon didn't put one penny on for that house that he lives in. Never has a man so low ever been in public life here in America. So instead of standing around saying, gee, do you think he might be impeached? Instead of saying that, say, fuck him, impeach him, get rid of him, one way or the other. He can be impeached if you will it, if you decide to make it your will. Write it on the wall, spread it around, get it around Detroit. Let the boys know something's up. Here's to the state of Richard Nixon. For underneath his border, the devil draws no line. If you drag his muddy rivers, nameless bodies you will find. And the fat trees of the forest have hid 1,000 crimes. And the calendar's lying when it reads the present time. Whoa, here's to the land you've torn out the heart of. Richard Nixon, find yourself another country to be part of. And here's to the schools of Richard Nixon, where they're teaching all the children that they don't have to care. All the rudiments of hatred are present everywhere, and every single classroom is a factory of despair. Oh, there's nobody learning such a foreign word as fair. Whoa, here's to the land you've torn out the heart of. Richard Nixon, find yourself another country to be part of. Yes, and here's to the cops of Richard Nixon. They're chewing their tobacco as they lock the prison door, and their bellies bounce inside them when they knock you to the floor. No, they don't like taking prisoners in their private little wars, and behind their broken badges there are murderers and more. Whoa, here's to the land you've torn out the heart of. Richard Nixon, find yourself another country to be part of. And here's to the churches of Richard Nixon and Billy Graham. I think Billy Graham should be castrated. Where the cross once made of silver now is caked with rust, and the Sunday morning sermons pander to their lust. All the fallen faith voice of Jesus is choking in the dust, and heaven only knows in which God they can trust. Whoa, here's to the land you've torn out the heart of. Richard Nixon, find yourself another country to be part of. And here's to the government of Richard Nixon. In the swamp of their bureaucracy, they're always bogging down, and criminals are posing as the mayors of the towns, and they hope that no one sees the sights and no one hears the sounds, and the speeches of the sparrow are the ravings of a clown. Oh, here's to the land you've torn out the heart of. Richard Nixon, find yourself another country to be part of.